Now, the United Arab Emirates is responding to a serious aerial threat. According to the Ministry of Defense, air defense systems are actively intercepting incoming missiles and drones launched from Iran. Authorities confirm multiple interceptions are underway, with loud blasts linked to mid-air neutralization of these threats. Residents have been urged to stay alert and follow official safety advisories as tensions escalate across the Gulf region. And with that, I want to go across to Mr. Sanjeev Srivastav. Mr. Srivastav, I'd like your comments on this, but also the fact that now Iran is charging ships $2 million for passage through the Strait of Hormuz. What would you like to say?
Yes, I think such practices which Iranian Islamic regime is doing currently is obviously shows their desperation, and they are under enormous pressure from the campaign, the aerial massive military campaign which the US and Israel have been launching on them since 28 February onwards, and that is going on. So out of desperation, because they have lost a lot of their assets, including top leadership, first rung of leadership, second rung of leadership is also substantially damaged, and new leadership is always under pressure. So I think IRGC in particular, they are taking such kind of actions out of desperation, and also to put United States of America under pressure. That's why they are targeting UAE, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Kuwait, all other places in the West Asian region. And these nations had nothing to do with this war. They were, in fact, trying to ease out tension between the United States of America and Iran. And Oman was mediating, but Oman is itself is getting targeted, and various other countries, Qatar-like countries, are being targeted. So I think this shows a desperation of IRGC and Islamic regime. But I must say, Vaishali, that such kind of practices which the Islamic regime has shown is against international law, and obviously countries which had nothing to do with this war, if they are being targeted, and such kind of tendencies are shown by such regimes, then obviously it is a matter of very serious concern. And yesterday only, I was listening one of the commentators in Pakistan and a former ambassador saying that if such scenarios emerges, Pakistan might also behave in this way. So this kind of a rogue behavior, if regimes and the countries tend to show, then it will create a lot of trouble for these regimes and as well as such countries. But also it will create very unstable conditions and scenarios for the countries which have nothing to do with such wars, and the countries which are trying to mitigate this kind of a crisis. So I believe that such tendencies which the IRGC is showing, no matter whichever condition, whatever condition they are in, out of desperation, obviously, as I said, they are doing it. But this is totally against international law, and this must be condemned and must not be allowed to happen. So, and with regard to Strait of Hormuz, obviously, the Iranian Islamic regime, if they have did this kind of a selective blockade, then their trade is also getting impacted because of such kind of scenarios. That's why possibly they are charging that amount of money, millions of dollars, and this shows their weak economic conditions too, and they are also in the deep need of the money and financial support, which they are not able to get because of this war-like situation, and massive economic sanctions are already imposed, and every news is tightening news condition is very much there for Islamic regime. So that is why to just fulfill their financial requirements, in my assessment, they have started charging that kind of a huge amount from the ships which are passing through the Strait of Hormuz at this point of time.